I'm Cavin Elizabeth, a wedding photographer and bridal boutique owner based in San Diego, and today I am going to be talking all about the concerns that a lot of brides seem to have about what if your wedding dress that you want or that you've already bought does not match your theme or your venue. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to cue you guys into my book. If you have not already purchased A Bride's Guide to a Picture Perfect Wedding, it is a 5-star rated book that you can get on Amazon, or if you are international, you can get it on Amazon for the Kindle e-reader version, or you can go get it on Etsy if you want the printed version that does ship internationally. This is an amazing book that teaches you guys how to make the most of your wedding day photos to help your photographer. It basically teaches you everything that you need to know from the beginning of the wedding day to the end of the wedding day and beyond to ensure that you have the perfect canvas for the best possible wedding photos. You guys can see the guide in the description down below of everything that this is going to teach you that I don't include on every single one of my YouTube videos. So this gets into the nitty-gritty of all of the different things that can really help you guys fine-tune your wedding pictures. So if you really value your wedding day photos, this is the perfect thing to gift yourself, or if you are watching this, to gift somebody else that is engaged. So go ahead and check out this book. You can grab the print or the e-reader version online, link down in the description below. A lot of brides are very concerned when they come dress shopping about, oh, the dress I really love right now that I'm wearing doesn't match my venue. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm really concerned because what if I say yes to this, but it doesn't match my venue, or this doesn't match my theme? And I always tell them, do not worry about that. Say yes to the dress. Say yes to the dress that speaks to your heart. It does not need to match your venue. It does not need to match your theme. It needs to match what speaks to your heart, because the reason that I especially feel like a dress does not need to match your venue is because when you think about your venue, you usually think about the building, okay? A lot of times, maybe also the landscape, but really mostly the building itself. And when I, as a photographer, think about the way that I'm shooting a couple, most of the photos are not wide landscape shots of the couple with the building in the background. Most of the shots are tighter of the couple. So you're not really having a giant gallery of photos of the couple with the building in the background as the focus, okay? So most of the photos are of the couple closer up with little snippets of the building just tighter in the background, or little environmental like trees or bushes or flowers in the background. So you're not getting the venue itself as the focus in your photos of you with the couple. So it's really not a big deal. You're not getting a lot of the venue with the dress as the focus. So it doesn't really have to match because it's not really in there with the venue as the giant background. So it really doesn't matter. Maybe you'll have a couple wide shots, but you're not really having a gallery full of wide shots. Most of your shots of you wearing the dress are tighter shots. So it's not really impacting your gallery. So I would say don't worry about it because it's really not going to have an impact in your photos anyway. So who cares if you're thinking about it in that aspect? So like, I have the photographer thinking behind it, and I really say it does not matter. So if you think about it that way, move on with it and choose the dress that speaks to your heart. Don't worry about it matching your venue, okay? So that really lets us move on from that. Now, thinking about what if it does not match my theme, because the theme kind of has a little bit more of an impact, because when you have a theme, the theme is typically carried through maybe your venue a little bit, but more so through your decor. So the decor that's surrounding you, that you're taking more pictures in front of. So your bouquet, maybe your tabletop, things like that, your bridesmaids' dresses even. So it's a little bit more impactful than your actual venue's building and things like that. So let's talk about how you can blend your dress with your theme a little bit if it does not match, and maybe even a little bit more about your concerns about it matching your theme. So first things first, let's talk about some examples. So for example, maybe you are having a really whimsical wedding with lots of rustic touches, and you've got like very whimsical flowers, and it's just kind of very ethereal, and you've got this really satin ball gown dress that feels more like a ballroom classic wedding. So that could be an example where it doesn't really match your theme. So what can you do to help that? First things first, you definitely have to be okay with the idea that your dress might stand out. People could notice that it doesn't quite fit your theme, and you have to be okay with that. You have to know that it might stand out, and that could be definitely something that people might notice, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's a problem. It doesn't mean that it's anything bad. It just means that it's a little bit different, and there's nothing wrong with that. So know that that's okay, and you chose the dress that you love, and that's what matters more than anything else. You made a decision that spoke to your heart, and that is what is most important above anything else. One of the best things that you can do to help blend that satin ball gown dress, for example, with your more boho whimsical wedding, is you can choose a hairstyle that is a little bit more whimsical. So maybe for that ballroom bride that has the satin dress, she would have chosen a sleek bun that is like kind of no hair out of place, but instead now what you are going to do is you are going to have a half up braided little half up style, curled, kind of very little bit messy, and that is going to help kind of blend your dress with your wedding's theme. So that's one thing you can do. So choose a hairstyle that helps blend your dress with your theme. So it takes your dress away from the style that your dress is, and it takes it more towards your theme. So that's one thing that you can do to help fuse the two together. The next thing you're going to do is you are going to tell your florist that you have this dilemma going on. So you tell your florist, hey, I've got this dress. So in our example, my dress is a little bit ballroomy. It's a little bit too classic for the theme. So what can you help me do with my bouquet to help blend it? So your florist is going to say, well, we're going to stay on theme. We're going to keep your theme that is a little bit more whimsical and romantic, but maybe we're going to put a couple of roses in there that are a little bit more classic to help blend it so it's not too jarring between your theme and your dress. So we're going to have some classic flowers in there that are going to help blend with your more whimsical theme. So instead of being all whimsical in our flowers, we're going to have a couple pops of classic that match your dress. So we're going to help blend it. So that's one thing your florist can help you do. So talk to your florist, tell them your dilemma, and they can help build you a bouquet that can help blend your dress with your theme so it's not so jarring to have a bouquet that totally matches your theme but doesn't help match your dress at all. So you can have a bouquet that blends the two together. Now your next one is going to be choosing jewelry, maybe hair pieces, maybe a necklace, if your dress can support a necklace. If your dress looks like a necklace would make it too busy, do not wear a necklace, skip the necklace. But if your dress can support a necklace, then maybe wear a necklace with it. So let's go with this classic example. Maybe you wear a little pendant that has a little bit of a whimsical vibe to it, so you kind of help bring down the classicness of the dress and help make it slightly more whimsical. So if you've got a V-neck satin dress that can support a pendant necklace, make that pendant a little bit whimsical. So maybe it's a little rose or something like that. So you can help blend with jewelry. Now the next one that you can do is you can have your fiance wear something that is a little bit between your themes. So maybe you can have your fiance not wear something that's so classic. So in this example that we're going to go with, so say you're a bride and your fiance is a groom. So we're going with a bride and groom for this specific example. So maybe your fiance was originally going to wear a black tuxedo, but since you're in a very classic ballroomy type satin dress, that is going to be way too classic of a pairing together. So maybe you ask your fiance to actually wear something a little bit more whimsical. So maybe he goes with a slightly non-traditional suit option. So maybe the fabric that he wears is a little bit more non-traditional or off the beaten path to help bring down and tone down the classicness of your dress, so that when you stand together, you guys don't look so ballroomy, so classic-y. You look a little bit more whimsical together, and that can really help the two of you tone down the classicness of your dress and help bring you together more on theme. Now, if you are a bride and a bride, I don't know if your bride fiance is going to be on game with doing something like this, because she might want to just choose her own dress. Or maybe if you have a groom fiance, he might not be willing to choose it. Maybe he is also going to want to choose what he wants to wear. But if your groom is flexible, then maybe he will be on game with doing something like this to help you out. So those are my tips for helping blend your dress, to help bring it more on theme, to help take it away from the style that it is and help bring it down to your theme, or help bring it up to your theme, whatever it is you need to do to help take it away from the style that it is and bring it to your theme a little bit more. So there are things that you can do to help style it in a way that brings it a little bit more towards the look that you need it to be. Ultimately, do not let the theme of your wedding deter you from buying the dress that speaks to your heart, because you need to say yes to the dress that makes you feel the most beautiful. Don't worry about matching your theme or matching your venue. Say yes to the dress that really makes you feel the most beautiful and the most comfortable and confident. Let it speak to your personality, and don't worry about it matching anything. Don't really be so picky about that. Just buy the dress that you really want, and then 30 years from now, you'll be happy that you chose the dress that you truly wanted, and that will be the best thing that you can absolutely do for yourself. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that it really helped you in your gown decision process. I hope that it really helps you now that you've been struggling with this for a while, and you can really do some work into making it fit a little bit more into what you were hoping to make it into. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, and I will see you next time. Bye!